Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Now let's get there. Safe.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 18 Gator. 54. Line 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Watch that. Check 30. Look at me. Go. Watch the shit. 36. Shit. Check 50. Hey, alert 3. Now.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Ready? 8 read. Mike 50. Here we go. Joke. 80 weapon. Deep trip.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go, folks.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Michael. Hey, watch the slant.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12. Prescott. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. To try again after the sack. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. One thing's for sure, Julian Edelman's going to have a tough matchup here today. He's going to have to deal with Malcolm Butler, and that's certainly going to be a confrontation to watch.
And what coaches have told me around the league about Malcolm Butler is that he adjusts so well throughout games. If he sees a route one time, he stores it away, and if you come back to the same route out of the same formation, he's liable to jump all over it. Going to be an excellent matchup all game long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at the 20. Whoosh. Breaks through the contact. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Down. 60 or. Come on. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
90 Wolf.
It's our time. It's our time.
A run for Nick Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach in my...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Prescott. This is caught by Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 36, Prescott, slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down throw for Prescott. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On third down, Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining. Here in this second quarter, we'll be right back. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Defense with you.
Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yes.
A give running right is Chubb. Finding some room at midfield. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ready?
Now Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chiefs 3. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way to put it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott being chased out left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. There's Prescott. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
47. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. To the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
That's the score. Titans 37, Chiefs 3. Matt Prater is set.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Prescott to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 53. I'm up. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Fresno. On your team. Hey, Sam on.
Check three.
Hustle.
Now Chubb running right. Pass down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb, 47 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You've got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it's going to be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Prescott down. He completes it to Henry. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught by Edelman for a Chiefs touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The 20. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on second down. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right, and that will be incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Chubb. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. It's Williams on the catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
20!
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Go.
They'll run with Chubb, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead.
86, Chiefs 9.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, it's Carson. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. Now Prescott on fourth down, and this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 37. Check 37. Shoot.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Oh, you got deep? Blue draw Corker.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Now. Check 15. Get it.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
He's coming, double up.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile,